What's up, survivors? Welcome back, guys. All right, so here we are again with a new episode. We are going to be doing a little bit of everything today, and in the background you guys are going to be watching me doing the Saving Stanton mission for the cargo run. Now, I've already done it a couple of times before this recording. The server I'm on does have a little bit of a hiccup lag that happens every minute or two. You'll notice it while watching this. I apologize. That was just the server I was on that was having issues. But anyways, if you guys are new to my channel, I'm Lulu. I do variety survival game content as well as other types of RPGs and MMOs and things like that. So my channel does have a variety of content you will see on here from time to time. But I usually will stick to one or two major games with some stuff mixed in. Right now it has been heavy into Star Citizen. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So, first and foremost, we're going to start off with the biggest thing that has happened this past week, actually just this past day. The Saving Stanton event has officially launched into the live servers. First and foremost, it is soloable. If you were thinking you had to do this with other people, you do not have to do this with other people. If you have a big enough ship and your piloting skills are good, you should be able to do most of these missions by yourself. And if your FPS skills are good and you're really confident, you should be able to do some of the FPS stuff as well too. But it can be done in a group, and it is more rewarding to do in a group. It just don't feel like you have to do it. But to start off with, we're going to talk a little bit about the event rewards. So most people probably haven't even noticed, if you didn't look at the forums or haven't seen anything on Discord yet, you can actually earn 2 pyro repeaters, two size 2s and 2 size 3s. I will have them up here on the screen here for you guys. And these pyro repeaters can be earned through doing phase 1, potentially phase 2, but I believe this is just phase 1. So if you complete the 6 missions, you should be able to get these as, I believe, permanent items. So they should be permanently set to your hangar because it is an event similar to like the masks and stuff like that. So these are 2 size 2 and 2 size 3 pyro repeaters are the 2 rewards for phase 1. Now phase 2 should be coming out here hopefully soon, but at the moment we only have phase 1, I believe. So yeah, get out there, go do that. We have plenty of time. The event will run until 4.0 drops, which is going to lead us into our next conversation we're going to have here. Is that 4.0 is still scheduled. No, I shouldn't say scheduled. Let me rephrase that. It's still predicted to land at the end of the year. So this will run for another minimum of 6 weeks. Could be a little bit longer, but at least at the moment, a minimum of 5 to 6 weeks, I would say. But anyways, that's in that news. So this is the Save Stanton event. Enjoy watching in the background while we continue our conversation here. The other thing I wanted to bring up is they have done multiple patches over the last couple of days, as well as more patches coming out today. First and foremost, we're going to talk about, don't forget, for this week, on Thursday, which will be tomorrow, the 14th, there's Inside Star Citizen, which is their pre-recorded show. So make sure you watch that if you didn't watch it last week. They just started them back up again after CitizenCon. And Friday is Star Citizen Live. Depending on where you live, there should be a digital clock on the Discord that kind of gives you a general idea of your location based off of your location. For me, it's 12 p.m. Eastern. So keep an eye out for that as well. That is on Friday, so they started that back up again, where they talk about different topics and go a little bit more in depth into those topics of things that were talked about at CitizenCon or things that are coming in the future, usually within, hopefully, the next couple of weeks or months. Maybe. Who knows? We don't know sometimes. But anyways, so that's one thing that they talked about. That comes out every week is their newsletter for the week. They did a balance patch on the Polaris and the Starlancer just yesterday in a patch. So that came out. So there was that as well. That was for the 24.3 PTU IAE patch that should be dropping possibly next week, I believe. I think it's going to drop just before IAE. I don't think it's going to drop at IAE. I think it's dropping just before IAE. We'll have to see though. But they did a polish patch on that, or a polish patch on that for the ships. So the Polaris got a few buffs and a few upgrades. They did some polishing on animation physics for it, some sound physics. The guns got hardpoint locks. It got some more HP. The cannons now do more, are set to 50 RPM. They have more armor penetration. ballistic damage and things like that, to make them a little bit more tankier, do a little bit more damage. The Star Lancer Max got a polish pass. Some detachable components got health passes as well. The radar access for the Phoenix Jump and the Polaris got a patch, and then they did some vehicle ramp animation patches for pixelation and stuff like that as well. So that was the patch that they put out yesterday. They also put out a patch for Alpha 4.0 for the Evakavi PTU, blah, 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 blah. That was a lot of fixes, and that's going to lead me into my next topic that I want to talk about here today, guys, is that I want to go a little bit in depth into what we can expect with 4.0. And a lot of people are under the assumption that there's going to be no content in 4.0. There's going to be a lot of content in 4.0. It is not just a new star system with the exact same things we have. Now, on some level it is, yes, but there's going to be lots of new POIs, lots of new NPCs, lots of new missions, lots of new resources to bring back and forth for different missions from jumping between the two systems. There's going to be a ton of stuff. There's going to be new weapons, gear, new components, all that. And this brings me into one of the biggest hidden features that haven't really been talked about much except for on the forums. Now, I don't have the exact link. I will try to find it and put it in a link down below to the forum post. But over the past week or so, they have been heavily talking about the economy coming to this game. And I wasn't entirely sure if they were going to actually do this in 4.0 or not, but it has somewhat been confirmed that there will be a new economy for 4.0. They are setting up 4.0 to be the new economy system. Now, we don't know how much of that system will be launched in 4.0, but we are supposed to be getting a giant change to the economy system. And they want 4.0 to be the start of the no wipe scenario, where they do 0 wipes until 1.0. They want to try to keep it after this. Everything should be hard set in. They already have an idea about all the resources in the game, other than doing a little bit of balancing here and there. By the way, that missile dodge I just did was pretty badass. But anyways, they want 4.0 to be the last time they wipe until 1.0. And to do that, they're going to be introducing the new economy system, where they'll have all new price ranges on all the different things. They want it to be very balanceable, whether you're using a Hull A or a Hull C, if you're using a frickin' Polaris or a Mustang. They want you to be able to go out and still be able to make money. It's just the amount of money you make is going to be represented more easily based off of the ship you use. But just because you're using a Mustang doesn't mean you shouldn't be able to bring back 75K. If you manage to get your hand on 3 Weevil eggs, you should be able to make, almost 400K and throw it in the back of your Mustang and call it a day. They want there to be a way for people to do stuff. But at the same time, they're going to be doing a lot of balancing to the types of cargo you get on a lot of these missions too. Like, let's say you're doing a bounty mission, you get cargo. They're going to be adding in a kind of a dramatic cargo system where you could go out 1, 10, 20, 30, 40 times, and you might get a little bit here and there, but a little bit here and there. But they want it to be like, if you just go out and do an HRT, there's always a small chance that you might hit a mother load. I'm going to show you guys a screenshot here real quick. This was from a VHRT that I did. And it had 20 quantum on it. They're basically, what they're talking about is they want people to be able to go out. I have done so many of these missions that I've lost count. I have never found this much quantum on a VHRT. On an ERT, occasionally, but I've never seen this much quantum. This is basically what they're trying to do. They want the mission systems and the economy system to be so dynamic and random that even somebody just going out on their first run can walk away with millions if they get really, really lucky. And it can still be a low-level mission. So that way you don't have to do just endgame content to make good money. So that's kind of what they're trying to shoot for. Or at least that's the underlining idea of what they're trying to shoot for. So the other thing that they were talking about is how they want they want the economy to be very dramatic. Like, they want it to be very fluid, and they want it to be very accessible, whether you're starting off day one or you've been playing hardcore for years. So that is something that they plan on doing officially with 4.0. Now, we don't know how much of the economy system will be accessible in 4.0, but that is apparently their plan, and they've been talking about it. And I guess the most recent patch, or the patch coming up, is going to be the one where they put a lot of attention into the economy system, because as of right now, they've already done a lot of work and a lot of attention into the NPC system, where they redid all the NPC. We now have dynamic NPCs. They have conversations. They walk. They talk. They have lives. They can hopefully, with the system that they're adding here, because they're supposed to be adding this, they're going to be able to give you random missions where you can just be hanging out in a settlement, and something might happen nearby, and an NPC would be like, hey, you know, there's word that a roaming pack of wild animals are moving in on the settlement. Can you go deal with them real quick? And it's like within FPS walking range. So you don't even need your ship. You can just go out there with your assault rifle and just go deal with them real quick. Or if you've got a ground vehicle, you can go take it out with you, which would make it so much easier for people to hang out in locations and just do random missions without having to worry about, you know, going off into, you know, the stratosphere to do something, basically. So it's going to make for more localized engagement style gameplay, where you won't have to, you know, fly across. Like, you can stay on planet. If you've got a vehicle or a small ship that you just want to hang out on planet, you don't want to leave, you'll be able to do that. And that's kind of what they're going for. And that's another reason why the economy system is hopefully going to be getting introduced the way it is. That'll make things a lot easier and a lot more fluid for people to make money and stuff like that. But that's the biggest things that they are talking about right now, and we're really getting close to that initial starting point. But other than that, guys, they pretty much have just been going on and on. They've been pushing really heavily and really hard to get 4.0 done. They've been pushing out patches every single day now. It's almost religious at this point. So this is a good sign. When they start pumping them out this fast, that means that they've figured out a problem, and they're figuring out the solution quicker. And when they're figuring it out quicker, that means they're running out of things to fix. And that usually means it's time to add more stuff, and it usually means it's also time for them to start bringing in more people to put more stress on the server. So we should start seeing, hopefully, my original estimate was the end of the second week, which we are already halfway through the second week. We would see 1.0 at the earliest. So there's still a little bit of wiggle room left. If we see it by the 16th or 17th, then that means I was pretty much spot on. I've been predicting now the second week of November for like the last 2 months. So if it happens, it happens. I know CIG is known for their dates never being right. This isn't their date. This is my date. This is my speculation. So anyways, other than that, guys, so we should see that soon. They did a little bit of talking about, they got another patch coming out today. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. They have another patch coming out today for both the PTU and Ivakavi. So we should see those later today. That's on the 13th. And they are also... And that's about it, actually. That's pretty much all I really had to talk about today. So, you know, we have this phase 1 of saving Stanton. We have with the rewards. We have phase 2 potentially coming out here soon. And I believe they removed one of the phases because it was having stability issues. That was the one that was always causing really bad frame rates and stability on the server. They actually removed it, thank God, because it was bad. So we should start seeing some better, we should have better performance without that specific one. I think it was the, not the depot one. Maybe it was the depot one. It was one of the FPS ones they took out. I can't remember because I didn't play all the missions in the PTU. So we have that going on right now, guys. So don't forget to go get involved in that. You have until 4.0 launches. And I know there are some people saying, well, if the event's going to be going on forever because, you know, we all know 4.0 ain't coming anytime soon. 6 to 8 weeks is not forever. It's a decent chunk of time, but it's not forever. I do not see them having this event last that long. like months and months. Like I've 2 months, yes, because that's roughly how long until we have until 4.0. And it's not uncommon for MMO events to last a little over a month. It's actually very common. I've been playing MMOs for over 20 years. Trust me, it's very common for them to last over a month. Most of them usually last 2 to 3 weeks, but occasionally you get month-long events. So make sure you get in, get those. The items that you earn from these should be permanent to your account. So even after the wipe, you should still be able to keep them, just like the masks and things like that. So these will be 2 size 2s and 2 size 3s pyro repeaters. I believe they're similar to the attritions, or whatever the hell they're called. Don't forget that we have more updates, more patches coming out, and all that fun stuff. And with 4.0, we're going to have an all-new dynamic NPC mission system, as well as potentially the all-new economy that's been hinted and talked about a little bit on the forums, because they want 4.0 to be the starting point of the no wipe as much as possible, the no wipe. So yeah, that's something we can all look forward to. And that's pretty much about it, other than the patches that we'll be dropping later today, which I'll put out a separate video for those once we know more. But if you guys are a new returning or veteran player and you guys are looking for an organization or a backup or just another group to play with, my organization, 12 Blades International, is recruiting. We're always accepting new returning and veteran players. We're also looking for more hands-on people that are looking for more leadership roles, that are looking for an org that's looking for those types of positions to be filled. We are definitely looking for people to fill those positions. We have 6 different divisions to fill, both with leaders and officers to fill those divisions. We do have a good chunk of them already full already, but if it's something you are interested in, you can head over to the RSI website and apply there, or just join our Discord. It's a much faster way of getting a hold of somebody about joining and about positions that are possibly still open. You can find out more information about who we are, the lore behind our org, and our, rules, manifesto, and all that stuff. You can find that on our Discord or on the RSI website as well. We plan on doing every aspect of the game. We are going to be heavily focused into industry and crafting, like most organizations will most likely be. So if you guys are looking forward to that game loop when it comes out, feel free to make sure you guys come over and hang out with us for that. But anyways, other than that, guys, I'm going to let you guys go here. I'm going to let the rest of this episode play out. You guys can watch me finish off this in the background. I am actually about halfway done with phase 1. This was actually my 3rd mission that I did, because I did 2 of them previously before the recording. Just to make sure they were working. I did those actually last night before this one. Much better server performance that time around. But anyways, guys, you guys all take care. You guys have a good evening or a good day wherever you guys are, and I will see you guys later. Peace out, take care, and bye-bye.
It's a star life, sure to make the stars bright. You worry about the wrong while I'm working on the right. Warping over to the fleet, the meetup is the street. You aren't invited, stop slacking, no you can't defeat. TBI, living life on the fly. 12 blades on your back, it's too late to ask why. Beats in the night, breaking the space through our light. 12 blades is always putting up the good fight. You drop bombs on your crew, nothing you can do. Stepping in Mars will fire, burning down your whole crew. Better leave while you can. Death of your space, man, you truthing out the ring with back. Up, boy, I'm the man. I'm a man. I'm a 12 blades hit man. Starting to learn, total dust until you burn. Life is but a lesson, listen up, it's your turn to fall like the masses. Think before you in the classes, let me teach and we grief you further against no repine. To roll like the masses, came before you in the classes, let me teach and we grief you further against no repasses. All the stories of a song, used to worry about the wrong. You can't stand up to us, we knew it all along. Beats in the night, breaking the space to our light. 12 blades is always putting up a good fight. You drop bombs on your crew, nothing you can do. Stepping in Oz will fire, burning down your whole crew. Better leave while you can. Depth of your space, man, you truth and not the link. We're back up, boy, I'm the man. I'm a man. I'm a 12 blades hit man. in the night, breaking the space for a light. 12 Lakers always putting up the good fight. You drop bombs on your crew, nothing you can do. Stepping in bars from fire, burning down your whole crew. Better leave what you can. Death will be a space, banging truth and not to ring. We're back up, boy, I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a 12 Lakers headband.
We do trucking and fucking and all the while we're ducking. 5 a while, bring a full pile and thought you got a cargo in the back. Hurry up, Jimmy, you're starting to slide. Throw yes, you keep getting fidget in the Santa's nutsack. We got ham, we got slam. We're drugs, we don't give a damn. If it fits, then it ships. I'll let A load up this shit. Want to drive? Now active. Greenland and Max is so attractive to a space trucker like me. God damn it, Jimmy. All an ass, while on grass. Cargo runners, we ain't got no class. Untied boots, unbuttoned shirts. Chubby SCU where it hurts. Got my wife and my dog. Daughter Sally and a hog. All aboard train, the cargo train, cargo train. This is a life for paying bills. Damn fuel costs, give me chills. If you'll buy it, then we'll fly it. FedEx and UPS will fucking try it. We own the space, we are based, and we drink the rum as a liquid diet. Overnight, we'll take flight. Never get the damn address right. Ports, pirates, or any pirates, our guns are shit, so we'll lose the fight. But our will is strong, as hard as my dong. When they see the cargo box bigger than King Kong. Load it up, ship it out, this is the hauling song. All an ass, long grass. Cargo runners, we ain't got no class. Untied boots, unbuttoned shirts. Shove the SCU where it hurts. Got my wife